What's going on, guys? I see Hot Jacob Scott here for, and I believe, an admittedly quick recap on what happened on WKW. So, the show kicks off with David Spencer coming out saying that he had a word with Triple H and he was going to interview Sky Slash. And during the interview, Sky mentioned that Triple H has looked so highly on him and predicts he will win the Rumble Roses Royal Rumble. So, he has been placed on both shows. So it looks like one of my theories was correct. Sky will be used across both WKW and WDW. And following that, he had a matchup against Axe, probably the youngest member on the roster. And Axe sporting a new look, and they put in a pretty good showing. Actually got Sky a little stumbled a little early on, but Sky was able to turn it around super quickly and ended things with the Pandemonium Lariat. 1, 2, 3. Sky Slash is still undefeated since his return, and I hope it stays that way for a long time. Now, the second match turned out to be Billy Huggins. We hadn't seen him in a long time. The Hobo from the Florida Everglades versus Hayate of the Mob with AJ King in his corner. We all know AJ King in the corner. He's going to get so hot-headed whenever one of the Mob members is in trouble that he risks getting himself thrown out of matches. So, Billy Huggins was putting in a pretty good effort, but Hayate was showing why he is pretty much the main reason that the Mob has been doing what they do, even if their mission is to put people over. But it appears Hayate is a lot stricter in putting people over than Cameron Rose was, as Hayate only puts people over if they've proven to him that they deserve to be put over by such a person as a Mob, that they deserve to be a future champion. And sadly for Billy Huggins, he just didn't have what it takes. He almost got him, but one missed hobo kick in the corner, followed by a shining wizard by Hayate. 1, 2, 3. Hayate is your winner, and that's the second person that he has denied putting over. We're just going to have to see how that goes. Now, before I get on to the next match, I have a quick announcement. I have just received word that, speaking of the Mob, Cameron Rose is recovered from injury, and on the next episode of WDW, he will be back in action. I cannot wait 1 second. Now, the third match, that one was Bolo Reynolds taking on Dylan Casey. And this was a squash. Yeah, another squash against Dylan Casey. Bolo Reynolds quickly dropped him with a pizza platter spinebuster, but Dylan surprisingly kicked out, and we thought, wow, is a squash match going to get denied midway through? That would not be the case, because a superplex and followed up by the special delivery TKO, Bolo Reynolds squashed Dylan Casey, which means if Casey gets squashed one more time, I think he's going to have a mental breakdown. Unless he's having one already, and that's why his focus is so shit that he keeps jobbing to people. Now, the fourth match was Cassidy, who I will admit has grown in recent years, taking on a Washi Hayabusha. And Cassidy got a good amount of offense, was able to even hit a stunner, tried a frog splash, it did not really work. And Washi was able to hit the Washi driver for the 1, the 2, and the 3, but it wasn't over. A mysterious man popped out, and at first we didn't know who this man was, but after seeing his main finishing move, I kinda had a feeling who it was. So he did that move where he super kicked the Washi and got him in a straitjacket German suplex, which led me to believe one thing. Is that Chris Cash? Well, that question is going to be answered onto an upcoming segment. So we'll just sit back and I'll tell you all what happened. So the fifth match, that turned out to be Gavin Watkins versus Momo from Samoa. And Momo was clearly showing that he had a little power gain. But even his size and strength advantage cannot be enough for Gavin's quickness. And Momo did try to make a comeback. I think he even blocked a little Tiger feint kick attempt from Watkins. But after hitting a Watkins driver, Momo was able to hit a power move, hit a spear. But then after missing a diving move, Watkins managed to roll Momo's big ass up for the 1, the 2, and the 3 in a super rare roll-up victory here on the WKW network. And believe me, Momoa was pissed. Now what followed after that, well after Momoa angrily left the ring, was Gavin Watkins cutting a promo, calling out somebody to join him. All he had to say was Chris, and my suspicions were confirmed. It was indeed Chris Cash. However, he is no longer known as Chris Cash. Say hello to Chris Crimson. That's right, Chris Crimson, even though he's wearing blue, managed to say, hey, Gavin Watkins, let's be a tag team again. You and me. Just us this time. No Street Profits, no Shelton Benjamin, no Dio Madden, just us. And I guess that just simply means a tag team was formed. As much as Watkins is pretty reluctant to do so, I guess with this new attitude from Crimson, you really can't say no to Chris. Well, I realize I might have skipped a match, and it turns out I did. It was a tag team match between your current reigning tag team champions, the Wild Soldiers, going up against Bret Myers and Chad Gable, who really should be back on SmackDown training Otis in the Alpha Academy. And really, I don't have too much to say about this one, I'm afraid. Myers took all the beating in this match. I don't think Gable was able to get in at all, really. So, pretty much extended beatdown into the 1, 2, 3, 4 combo by the Wild Soldiers. 1, 2, 3. They win again. But there's still another question. And it's not been answered for the past 2 weeks. Where the hell is Will Wildside? Come on, people. That took us to our main event, which was Gabriel Pierce in the non-title match against The Voice. And this was a pretty brutal one right off the shoot. Even though there was a weird random moment where Pierce was going to stomp on The Voice, and he briefly pulled the ref away, so Pierce just gave the referee a flat foot. Ouch. Now The Voice was able to land a roundhouse and quite a few of his power moves. He was able to block the critical error, but The Voice kind of screwed himself over by doing that combo. Where initially it seemed like he won, he did the powerbomb into the Boston Crab combo, and thus your winner by disqualification, Gabriel Pierce. And right after the match, a dejected Pierce took his title for Q to say like, hey, I understand we still have a match going on at Rumble Roses, and trust me, I will be taking the Platinum title back, but we don't have to worry about Nick Sanchez anymore. And I don't know what that means. Well, I apologize if this one was pretty quick, but that's my little take on what happened on WDW, and what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. And until then, this is Icy Hot Jacob Scott saying feel the fire, fear the cold, and most importantly, have a good night.